we're just going to ignore the colorful mess that's all around me. Hi, I'm Maya from Book with Dreams, and this is going to be a reading vlog. Now, usually reading vlogs have these themes or whatnot, so my theme for this reading vlog, I'm going to try to read 7 books in 7 days. That's why I'm starting this reading vlog on a Monday. I do have like my little TBR list thingy. If you have seen my mid-year check-in video, links everywhere, you might have noticed that I am not doing very well on my reading challenges, and I'm going to take this week to try to read the shortest stuff on my reading challenges. So I have stuff that I've got to read. So on my TBR for this week, The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chakshi, right? Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark. The Scourge Between Stars. Oh my god, not remember the author of this novella. Alright. After the Dragons by... Oh my god. See? But you'll see the lovely covers here, so you'll see the author. And What Can We Offer You Tonight? Jade Setter of Janloon, I think. Prayer for the Crown Shire. This is something I have to read by Becky Chambers. I know, because I don't like Becky Chambers. Well, I can't say I don't like her because I haven't even finished the one book that I've read by her, so whatever. I have to read this one for the Kristinelli Awards. And the last thing on my TBR is an issue of Morena Kutia, Mora's Box, which is an online speculative fiction magazine. This is my TBR for this week. The first thing that's going to happen is I'm not going to start this week by reading that. I'm going to try and read the new Kate Daniels book. This is Magic Claims by Ilona Andrews. This is book 2 in Wellington is in New Zealand, Wilmington's years, whatever. This is like a new offshoot of the Kate Daniels universe, and where we follow Kate Daniels, who is a mercenary urban. This is urban fantasy that is just legendary and awesome. So I'm going to try and finish that today. So that would be like my book for Monday. Another thing that's going to make this week very interesting is the fact that I am going to spend 2 days of this week traveling to go to concerts. So one of them is tomorrow. So tomorrow on Tuesday, I'm going to see Robbie Williams perform in Pula in Croatia. And on Saturday, yes, I'm traveling to Vienna, Austria to go see Pink. So yeah, I mean, I'll be able to, I think, listen to audiobooks. That's why I have a couple on my phone for this occasion. But since I'm driving tomorrow most of the day, and I have passengers, which I cannot really ignore, we'll see how much reading I get done. So yeah, next day, we'll see. So it's the next day. I read my first book, Magic Something Claims, I want to say, by Ilona Andrews. Really good. It's so good. It's like, let's fucking say book 12 in the series, so I can't tell you much. But if there's going to be a continuation of the story, this is a really good setup for it. I like the dual point of views that we get. I like the familiarity of the world and how everything keeps getting explained. Because, you know, if you haven't read the books in a while and, you know, some of the world building you forgot. So it was really good. So yeah, day 1, book 1 read. I am off to travel to the concert. it's Wednesday. Hopefully you've enjoyed some clips of the Robbie Williams concert, which was really, really awesome. I think after seeing people live, you become a bigger fan of them. 2 weeks ago, I went to see Florence and the Machine. I wasn't really a huge fan of her and her music. I mean, I knew the hits and whatnot, but seeing her perform live, she's pretty awesome. So yeah, I know her some new songs, and I'm liking her more now. But I listened to Robbie when I was in high school, and this was a really great concert. It was my first time seeing him live, and it was just pretty awesome. The whole day was kind of taxing, but awesome concert. Did I read something yesterday? I did. But here's the thing. You know how there's like certain books you read, but you don't tell people you read them? Could be because of the genre, it could be because of the quality, it's not good. So here's the thing with me. So early Tuesday, I woke up and I finished Magic Bleeds. You saw a clip of that. And then I was like, I had like an hour or so before I had to actually get up and start getting ready for the trip. And I read A Baby for the Outcast by Cassie Mint. So this is a novella, which is part of the A Baby For series, in which different authors wrote a novella called A Baby for Someone. So there's a baby for the Navy SEAL, a baby for the outcast, a baby for stuff. Anyway, I read a couple. I mean, the basic premise is that there is insta-love, and this woman and this man have sex. The woman gets pregnant and they have a happy ending. And so each author adds their own flair to it and whatnot. So I read a couple which were not good. Like, no, they were like the cringy dialogue, the unbelievable. I mean, it's always difficult to believe insta-love, but this was like, it was badly written. It was just not good. Then I read this one. This one is actually good. I enjoyed the couple. There's a grumpy sunshine pairing. We follow Helen, who basically answers an advert for a personal assistant to this artist dude, who's the grump in this relationship. And he lives in this remote mountain town, whatnot. So she goes there and lives with him in this abandoned hotel. And she's immediately not taken with him, but she's like, okay, he's a grump, I get that, I can live with that. Because the rest of the town is kind of fearful of him because he's scarred and whatnot. It's whatever. Time goes on through the story, which is when the insta-love kind of works. Because, you know, they're like, oh, I've spent a couple of months here and this is what my life's been like, kind of a thing. And yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed their dialogue. I enjoyed how they communicated with each other, how Helen had a good impact and influence on the dude, whose name escapes me now. I want to say Rufus, but I'm not sure if it's Rufus. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I liked it a lot. So I'm counting that as book 2 in this 7 books in 7 days. Now, it's Wednesday. My goal today is to start the last tale of The Flower Bride, hopefully finish it as well. And also, I want to, because I also read the first chapter of And What Can We Offer You Tonight by Primi Mohammed. So that's my goal for today, to start the last tale of The Flower Bride and to finish this. So yeah, I'm going to go do that and then I'll talk to you later. Okay, no. So I started the last tale of The Flower Bride. First of all, it's not a novella, it's a novel. And yeah, no, I'm DNFing this because I'm now at 20% of this book and it's so flowery and vague, and the love story between the bridegroom and the, oh my god, what's her name? Indigo, is just like, no, it's not that kind of flowery language or story that I want to tell. I do not care about her secret. It's giving me like gothic vibes. The whole thing is like atmosphere and stuff, and I don't do atmosphere. I like concrete stuff happening. So yeah, we are DNFing that, and we are going to replace that with what? I have to finish a book club book, which is Mythos or Myths, whatever, by Stephen Fry, which are Greek myths retellings, and I mean, it's boring as fuck. I mean, it's not boring. It's like Stephen Fry is telling you the story. I'm listening to the audiobook as well. He's telling you the story of the Greek myths, and you know, if you were like really into them, it would be awesome.
But, you know, I'm like, okay, it's fine, whatever. I'm not all that intrigued or whatnot. Do not care about all the dudes and dudettes and whatever they were doing. So, I'm going to try and finish that because I do have to read that for a book club for next week. So, let's focus on that and then see how far I'll go.
I don't think today is a reading day. So, I fixed my nails. Look, it's all clean now. I'm going to do them soon for the concert on Saturday. Yeah, I'm like listening to Mythos and I am hating every second of it because it's boring. Oh Lord, it feels like, you know, like when you get a book from school, but like as a reward for something, like you were in a competition or you did something, whatever, and you get like a book that is like close to your interests or whatnot, and just like it's a collection of like little stories about Greek myths, and I just could not care less right now. So the plan for the rest of the day is now like 7 p.m. I have to go walk my dog, so I'm gonna go to do that. And then food, yeah, I'll go watch something. I think it's day for mindless TV. And reading will be left to be done tomorrow. Which then leads me to, how many books I have to read then? I have to read a book for today, so maybe I'll finish the little one, novella, that I started yesterday.
Hi, it's Friday. Let's do a little recap of what's happened so far in this 7 books in 7 days reading vlog. So it's day 5. We've missed Thursday. For reasons. Did I read anything? I finished a book. Officially. I have read 3 things this week. I finished Magic Claims. I finished A Baby for the Outcast and A Baby for the Navy SEAL. Now, if you've paid attention at the beginning of the video, none of these books are on my TBR. I have no idea why I keep making TBRs if I don't stick to them. I tried reading The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chakshi, and I DNF'd it after 20% because it is a book that is on my TBR because it's on my Fantasy Bingo reading challenge for magical realism. I do not like magical realism, and I knew I was going to have trouble with this prompt and the books for this prompt. And that's what I got. I got like flowery writing and vague notions and nonsensical, not turn of events. Oh my God, sequence of events. And it was just, I couldn't, and I gave up. And I'm officially DNFing this book. I'm not gonna read it. I'm in the middle of Mythos by Stephen Fry, and I have an hour and a half left of this audiobook. So I think I can finish this today. So that would be like technically book 4. Now I have to read 3 more books till Sunday, right? It's Friday. You're thinking like, Maya, you have time. I don't actually have time because this afternoon I'm going to the cinema with my sister, and tomorrow we are going to travel to Vienna for the Pink concert. That's why I have pink nails. And so I will have time on the bus reading and to read and to listen to audiobooks, which I will do. For that reason, I'm going to have to put Peggy Chambers on my phone and her book, the novella that I have to read for the Christinelli Awards. Just hoping that I have to read the first one to get the second one, but whatever. Yeah, and I really tried to like stay away from the hockey romances. Because I don't usually read contemporary romances, unless it's Talia Hibbert and Katrina Jackson's mafia shit. But other than that, not really. But I have sort of, in the last couple of weeks, fallen into the Reels hole of Instagram. And I have curated the, what do you call that, algorithm to put bookish stuff. So I basically get book talk on my Instagram, because I'm not on TikTok. And there were so many cool books. I mean, books that sound cool. Now, the quality might be questionable. I don't know, I haven't read them. But I have found some things that I want to read. And I'm going to put those on my Kindle and on my phone as well. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, today's goal is after I get back from work, I have to get ready for my trip. So pack and do stuff around the house. And then I'm going to try and read 2 novellas from my list. So I'm going to try to do the Scourge, Between Stars. I have a problem with Scourge. because it's like supposed to be a bit like Alien in space, and I like Alien in space. Though I heard some people say it's boring, but we'll see. Basically, it follows a woman who finds herself on a ship. Is it stranded or something? And she's traveling around the ship, and some things have been happening. It's supposed to be scary and whatnot, like Alien. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, that one. And the shortest one is and what can we offer you tonight? So I'm gonna try and do that one, but we'll see what happens. See, look at this garbage here. Look at this garbage. This is recycling. All of this. I'm just too lazy to get it to the recycling center. Today is Wednesday. Technically is day 7 in this whole 7 books in 7 days challenge. And so far I have read 6 things, but I still have, it's like only 5 p.m. I still have time to read something. But let me just tell you what's happened in the last couple of days. So the first things first, yesterday I went to Vienna to go see Pink live, and I got some stuff. So I wanted to show you the cup I got. It's Pink in her Trustful album cover image on a cup, so that's cool. I also got this fanny pack. It says Pink here. It's pretty awesome. I already used it, so that's cool. And I got this tote bag. It says Pink, and on the other side, there's the year. I wanted to get some t-shirts, or actually I wanted a tank top, but it was just kind of, I didn't like the design, so I didn't get it. The concert itself was really cool. You'll probably see clips. Editing Maya put clips in. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun seeing. It was a big production, and a large football stadium, so a lot of people. So I guess what I missed was the audience interaction. I got like when we went to see Robbie Williams this week, which was fantastic. This one is also very good. I mean, Pink is a fantastic performer. She can sing live, and she's just amazing. And the production value was really good. But there's the tiny. I was missing the audience interaction a bit, but I had a great time. But what I've read on my way to Vienna, because we went with the bus. There was a company that organizes transportation to the concert, and they took the long way to Vienna. So on my way to Vienna, I read or listened to A Psalm for the Wild Build by Becky Chambers. This is book 1 in her Robot and Monk, or Monk or Robot novella series, and I fucking gave it 5 stars. I was so shocked, because I was shocked because I kept saying like how I didn't like Becky Chambers because I read half of her first book and it was totally stupid. But I really, really enjoyed this novella, in which we follow a monk. They live in a world where there used to be robots. So the humans made robots, but robots achieved consciousness, and they were like, we do not want to do this. And they sort of have disagreement with the humans. They just left and, went into the wilderness, and, they sort of, a lot of time has passed since that occurrence. So, they've become sort of legends and myths. And people know, like, it's a historical event, but, people don't have contacts with robots. And so we followed this monk who's sort of found themselves not fed up with their life, but not satisfied with where they are in life. So they sort of changed vocation. They are still a monk, but they do like a different kind of job, which takes them out of their city and, you know, gives them new experiences and such. And, you know, after a while they get bored with that job and they decide to go to a hermitage. Now, hermitage is a place where people go to get away from things. And on their way there, they meet a robot. And the robot is sort of on this mission to sort of find out what people need. And they sort of start traveling together. And it is a very interesting exploration of what does it mean to have a purpose, of your self-identity, of, you know, worrying about life and death and whatnot. It was such a fantastic, and the audiobook is fantastic. The narrator did a fantastic job, and I was, I guess, in the right mood, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I gave it 5 stars. It's really good. I have to read the sequel for something, for the Christinelli Awards, so I'll get to it soon. Then I started reading a hockey romance that I had on my phone, which was Defensive Hearts by Ali Siz. Is that how you say the author's name? It's my first hockey romance. It's book 7 in something. It totally, I was a bit lost about like the connections between characters, but honestly, the writing, I think I am not the intended audience for this, because the writing was cringy. The dialogue was very cringy. You know, there's lots of like, you get like message threads and whatnot, and you see how these group of people interact with each other, and it's I found it very not to my taste, let's just say that. The romance itself was it was a bit toxic, because the guy is like this alpha asshole, and he's like, the minute he sees like his love interest named Gemma, he's like immediately sees her as a puck bunny, which are women who just sleep with hockey players, and he dismisses her, and she's like a nutritionist, a personal chef. And from then on, like, a year has passed, and they have a very antagonistic relationship, kind of toxic, because could we call that sexual molestation a bit? But she's also participating in it. So anyway, it's a toxic relationship that they have, and it sort of builds on from there. They sort of start something, then he has trauma from previous things, and she has trauma from previous things, and nobody communicates, and it's so stupid. And you're like, I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking, like, if you could just sit down and have an actual conversation. If you were both, like, she was bratty for no reason, and he was an asshole for no reason, and it was just, if you could just be polite to each other for like 3 seconds and have an actual adult conversation, none of the book would happen, you know? So yeah, I didn't really enjoy it a lot. The thing is with romances, I always, you know, there's the romance part and there's the smutty part. And now, while listening to the audiobook, the guy was doing his job well, doing the smutty parts, but the woman was not. And it was like she was reading grocery list, while she was supposed to be like reading for a character who was having sex. And it was just so like, ugh, whatever. It wasn't a good experience. Well, let's just say that. And another thing that I finished is Mythos by Stephen Fry. This Greek myths retelling, and it's a Greek myths retelling. I have no, like, neither positive or negative feelings about this. I mean, Stephen Fry added like a little bit of flair to the stories, the myths and whatnot, but still was like, okay, I've read it. I can say I've read it, and that's it. I'm not really like, there's a Croatian saying, ni brit ni mimo. This is how I feel about the book. It's like, whatever, I've read. If I did my math correctly, that means I've read 6 books so far in this 7 books in 7 days. So I do have 6 hours left till the end of Sunday to read something. So I'll probably try to read all those Kindle, all those e-reader books that I have, that I said I was going to read while on this trip, but I didn't. So I'm going to go and try and read those. And just, you know, talk to you when I do that. Well, technically it's Monday, but I did read another book on Sunday yesterday. And that is the novella What Can We Offer You Tonight by Primi Mohammed. Now this is sci-fi dystopian? Yes, sci-fi dystopian story about a brothel and what happens after one of the more high status customers murders one of the women working there. And that woman doesn't die. I mean, she dies, but then she comes back to life and she's on a revenge path. And it was a really interesting read for such a short thing. For such a short story, the world building was done well. The characters were distinct and had their sort of arcs. It was a really, really cool novella. And that wraps up my 7 books in 7 days. I don't know why I did a TBR for this reading vlog, because I did not follow it at all. I have like books on that I haven't read that I think another 7 in 7 reading vlog will be coming soon, while I try to read the books on my TBR, because I put them there for a reason, being part of various reading challenges. So yeah, that is it. This chaotic vlog is now about to end. If you have read any of the books that I have and you want to share your thoughts, please do so down below in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There are some links in the description box for you to check out. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!